24/7 live stream on General Seti YouTube page and Sabra Student Seti YouTube page. 24/7 different lineup on each. So if you wake up in the middle of the night or just during the day, you got anxiety, nigga, you need a show enough portal to jump through with nothing but the truth. You understand, to settle the soul, then damn it, that's the place to be. That's the hit that. Just click on the main page, and boom, you'll get that live. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get over to Patreon, kingseti.com. All the links will either be in the chat, be in the video description. So most definitely tap in, family. We're gonna be talking about today. Donald Trump. Since they didn't shut down the government and shit and all of that, they about to cut them down. Your food stamps off for families out there. Gonna be in total. Man, you talking about it's a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? Because people's out here trying to eat. You feel what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it's about to get real out here. You feel it's about to get real. Yeah. Y'all, yeah. If you got something, y'all motherfuckers better stack up on ramen and noodles. I'm not playing with you. Y'all motherfuckers better get something until y'all can, for the immediate situation. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. And nigga talk about, because this is what our teachers have always told us was going to happen. We can't keep playing games like we ain't been told. We been told. Motherfuckers want to talk about Marcus Garvey and all that. Marcus Garvey told they at. Talk about that. Goddammit. Your day gonna come. You see when your worth gonna run out in this bitch. Marcus Garvey told the motherfucker, say, man, it ain't gonna be enough work in this motherfucker. You feel me? Ain't gonna be enough work in this motherfucker for his children and you and your children. And that, goddamn it, at that point, you gonna become obsolete. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna become obsolete. You're gonna become motherfucking obsolete. And when you become obsolete, nigga, extermination, nigga, is next. When you no longer, you in the way. You in the motherfucking way. You feel me? So you always, that's why he was saying, do for self. Get up, nigga, make it do for self. Get your shit in order. Let's build this nation. You see too many of these niggas out here, man, they codependent on this Neanderthal. That's real talk. And so, with the coming days, we most definitely have to build on being more in being independent. You see, self-sustaining, providing, so that you don't have to depend on no motherfucker to do, especially your goddamn enemy. That's what Malcolm X said. Goddamn it, he said when you gotta depend on your enemy to give you a job, you in bad shape. That's exactly what he said. When you got to depend on your enemy to provide you with a job, you in bad shape. You see what I'm saying? And that's what and that's what it is. And see, we ain't got no nationalism to the extent that where we look out for our families and our community and things of that nature. Maybe, in some of the darkest times, and it shouldn't have to be that way, that we could kind of come together in many ways to help each other out. I've seen it happen, but it's crazy that, chaotic shit like that have to happen for people to, want to reach across the porch to their neighbors. Some motherfuckers don't even talk to their neighbors. They be enemies with their own goddamn neighbors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Won't say shit. You know? And so, sometimes it's that way, sometimes it's not. But, it be crazy, it be the most chaotic time. Yeah. Yeah, well, motherfuckers gonna eat now. You know what I'm saying? They gonna eat. They gonna eat. But I hope motherfuckers, if they're gonna start taking that, they don't, man, you take from the motherfucker who got. And I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's about, any motherfucking way. A lot of people say, it's not a way out for everybody. It ain't gonna be no way out for everybody. It ain't gonna be no way out for everybody. That just ain't even possible. You see, that just ain't even possible because you look at it, you got to make your own job. You see, you got to make your own shit. But then you got that, it's always something. It's gonna be many of us that, reach. We gonna do the damn thing, but then it's gonna be a whole lot that's not. There's gonna be a whole lot that's not. And so, but the best, that's why our teachers was telling us, man, you got to separate. You see, that way you can provide everybody a needed space and place, you know what I'm saying, in the society. It's motherfuckers, it's so many homeless motherfuckers out here, it's just ridiculous. And I know some motherfuckers, some of them peoples is crazy and they just want to, some motherfuckers ain't. Some motherfuckers got hit on the head. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't prepared. Especially if people ain't never been to the, on the bottom. If them motherfuckers been privileged and they ain't never been on the bottom, and if they hit rock bottom or some shit like that, man, them motherfuckers snap. You know what I'm saying? That's uncharted territory for a lot of motherfuckers that's privileged and had to come down. Oh no, they can't take that shit. A lot of them motherfuckers commit suicide and shit. You see what I'm saying? And so when they hit rock bottom, it's like, nigga, they mind snap. And they don't know how to come back up. You know what I'm saying? But for a motherfucker that already been down there, they know how to, come up. Or at least how to survive. You know what I'm saying? They'll be more likely, even though they out there, they'll find a hustle or something to do some shit. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, it's that time because America is bankrupt, man. I mean, that's just what it boiled down to. And that's why Donald Trump is trying all of these draconian moves and shit, tariffs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a surplus. You know what I'm saying? America living off hype. You know what I'm saying? They've been living off hype, but they've been in a deficit for forever in trillions of dollars. Yeah. Man, United States is bankrupt. Motherfucking bankrupt. You understand what I'm saying? Once motherfuckers pull up off of that fake dollar, and motherfuckers pull up off of that fake dollar, you gonna see quick. You see what I'm saying? What happened? That's why they always threatening the motherfucker. You understand? When anytime they somebody talking about changing the international currency, as far as trade, they have a problem with it. If the dollar was solid, it wouldn't make no motherfucking difference. If it was solid as what they claim it is, based on what they say the worth of the United States, it wouldn't make a difference because nobody would be able to compete. You know what I'm saying? If they say the United States is worth something like $500 trillion and shit, and if it weighed like that, you see, then nobody would be able to do shit no motherfucking way. They would have to trade in the bigger currency. That's the only way it's gonna work. Ain't nobody gonna deal in a currency that ain't worth shit. You see, It ain't worth shit. So they doing some draconian shit right now. You know, they putting tariffs on their own fucking brothers and shit. You know, Canada, they done fell out with Canada. Canada done played a video showing Ronald Reagan talking about tariffs and shit and how they fucked the global economy up. And Trump got mad at that, say, fuck it. The negotiations is off. You see, the negotiations is off. And so, yeah, this motherfucker, Donald Trump is like, man, he's like chaos. He's a motherfucker, you know, he getting mad. He gonna take all his marbles and go home. If you win one on his ass and shit, you know how you can get a, you get a winning shot. That motherfucker gonna take all his marbles and go home. You feel me? So that's how he is. You know, he one of them, privileged motherfuckers. Ain't never had to struggle for shit. You know, and he get into any type of real, combat. You know what I'm saying? Where he have to, he gonna run. He gonna run with his shit. You know, he gonna play. He gonna try to play the. You know, he got a couple of decks up under the table. You know, he gonna try to set. He gonna try to set the deck. That's what he gonna try to do, and that's how it is. But yeah, a lot of times, you know, people, you know, it ain't like back in the day, motherfucker could get some help. You know, I know there's some peoples out there that's going, you know, but that's going to be a lot of people to feed. You know, I know, you know, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to donate to a lot of charities and shit. But you talking about every day? You know, how long these motherfuckers going to intend to stay out, you know, not settling this shit? You see, you know, Donald Trump don't want to pay for shit. He don't want to pay for shit. You know, he don't want to pay for no medical. He don't want to pay for nothing. All that shit is over with. You know, and you know, if you was providing jobs, but don't, you know, they talking about they ain't providing no jobs. Y'all done fucked the white man, you know, and it was already fucked up. You see, it ain't like it ever been, but that's what they did. They did not want to pay black people. They didn't even want to pay their own people. You see what I'm saying? They didn't even want to pay because still, you think about, you know, the guys that, you talking about the hard-working middle class and shit. You know, they was all in them factories. They was all in them damn them mines and shit, coal mines. They was in all them damn car plants and shit. Listen, when they was, man, them guys had worked for a long, them guys, man, some of them guys in the plant was making, man, damn near $200,000. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day. I'm not talking about now. They didn't kind of got that, you know, they didn't, it's been a while since, but back in the day, motherfuckers go in the car plant, them niggas wouldn't come home. Them motherfuckers would be doing doubles and shit. Them motherfuckers was making, man, some of them motherfuckers was making over $150,000, $140,000 in the motherfucking car plant. You know what I'm saying? They was making good money. You see, and they didn't want to do that. That's just all it is to it. You know, they wiped out they wiped out the factory workers and all of that. They wiped that out. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fucking they didn't co-opted that. You know, China didn't co-opted that. You know, they say, you know what, they told them white boys, they like, look, man, you ain't got to pay them no Do you know what I'm saying? I got a workforce. Let me do the manufacturing. You see what I'm saying? And we'll cut your shit in half, if not more than that. And when they saw that they could come to China and over in Asia, and they could damn near cut they costs, you know, as wages and shit and all of that. You see, then they went over to Asia. They went to China. And that's how see the white man thought he was getting over. But what China did is that they motherfucking they monopolized manufacturing. Yeah, they monopolized manufacturing. And now America can't even make a ship. They can't even make a motherfucking ship. They supposed to be making another I think it's one of them aircraft carriers. Man, they can't even get the motherfucker out of there. They ain't even got enough qualified people to even, and China got shipbuilding facilities all over China. You see what I'm saying? They got shipbuilding. Matter of fact, when it comes to shipbuilding, they say the United States is 19th. They done failed to 19 when it comes to shipbuilding. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? All because these greedy, because that with it ain't like you got nothing to do with that. They greedy. They not gonna share with nobody. Now they in the predicament of a lifetime because China then monopolized all the manufacturing, even in shit like these rare earth minerals. Like these rare earth minerals, which they need to run computers. A lot of the shit that you see in the military, the missiles, even in the cars, the magnets and shit that they be having in the cars for electric cars and all of that shit come from them rare earth minerals. And so they cutting that shit off. Man, y'all think it's about to get fucked up. It's about to get fucked up. So you think it's bad now? Just wait. I mean, I'm talking about in 30 days, 30, 45 days. If that boy, if Donald Trump don't go over there and get on his knees and beg that goddamn Xi Jinping, it's gonna be a problem because they're gonna have to shut down. And matter of fact, they already didn't start shutting down. They didn't already start shutting down. And I'm telling you, when they start shutting this shit down, people don't understand that this is a moment. And when I tell you a moment, it's just like 9/11, it's just like COVID and all of that shit. When shit shut down, a lot of shit ain't gonna open back up. That's the reality of it. You see what I'm saying? Because you be thinking, oh, it's gonna get back. It never get back. You see what I'm saying? It never get back. After 9/11, gas went up. A lot of shit went up after 9/11. It never went back down. That shit stayed right where it was. Then after, during COVID, a lot of shit shut down, did not open back up. You see, a lot of businesses, businesses, and they're going to do it now with this government. It's like when they need to knock off a lot of motherfuckers so they don't have to pay motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They'll have that devastating moment, a crisis, and they'll get rid of businesses, they'll get rid of people they gotta pay, and that's what it is. So, motherfuckers out there talking about, ain't got enough nerve to talk about Marcus Garvey and all the, the Pan-Africanists. You could if you don't want to go to Africa, that's cool. But what they was talking about outside of that, talk about something outside of that. If you don't want to deal with that particular aspect of it, that's cool. But deal with the other nation building aspects where he told us that this shit was going to happen to us. You see what I'm saying? And that part right there, which niggas is not talking about. You see what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers over here claiming FBA gonna be hungry. And that white man that's in power, he ain't gonna do a motherfucking, he gonna cut your shit off. And so y'all niggas acting like y'all in league with this motherfucker. You ain't in league with him. You is not in league with him. He look at your ass, at the end of the day, he look at your ass no different than nobody else. When his pockets, he ain't got no friend. He don't got none. Nah, he just play motherfuckers against each other. That's it. He put a buffer zone and he said, okay, I'll give you an extra biscuit if you get on these niggas over here. But after he get them, once he, just to give him time enough to get their ass out. And then once he get their ass out, he gonna turn right back on because he really never got off your head. And I don't know what the illusion is. He ain't never got off our head. You see what I'm saying? So niggas they creating these false illusions. Yeah, and it is some shit that need to be dealt with. But we got fires all over the motherfucking place. You can't look at one fire and then, nigga, you got 6 and 7, 8 more motherfucking fires you need to deal with, which include this man. That this Neanderthal that's in power got to be dealt with. Yeah, yeah. Would you say no? Let me see. Yeah, Argentina, but the United States is getting a lot from China too. They're getting yeah. But Argentina in comparison, yeah, but they ain't putting out enough. They ain't putting out enough. Argentina got a certain, but China got damn near 85%, 85% rare earth mineral production. You see, processing, China. You see, Argentina and I think Argentina and who else was like? I believe it was it Vietnam? Or it might have been no, Australia. I think Australia is in there. Say Argentina doesn't have the workers for it though. Okay. Okay. I got to tap into it a little deeper. You feel what I'm saying? I know y'all been out there doing that research and shit. I got to tap into it a little deeper. All I know is the United States is in trouble. I tell you that. That's right. And that's right. What the brother said about, yeah, they are old. Remember, I brought that up. I brought that up a long time ago. I've been saying that China and Europe, you understand, is it damn near in their 50s. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, China is in the same predicament as that European when it comes to that age and shit. You know what I'm saying? They had that one child rule for so fucking long to where they didn't put a goddamn bubble in their population where they fucking they gonna look up and they gonna have damn near I think one third or they goddamn 1/3 to one half of their population gonna be over the age of 50. You see what I'm saying? Real soon. So yeah, they most definitely. But that show you that they got a due date. People keep talking about China ain't gonna last that long. Them old in Japan, motherfucker talking about getting old. Japan they saying, man, if Japan don't fuck around and do something, they gonna go extinct. Japan is gonna go motherfucking extinct because they in the same fucking predicament. Got a lot of old people over there, man, where they gonna have to do just like the white man in Britain and America and China, Canada, where they have a whole lot of immigration. You know what I'm saying? They had to let motherfuckers, migrate into these nations because they are not sustaining a population that'll be able to do the jobs of the damn future. Is it safe to look at the Bible symbolically? Yeah, it is a lot of right symbolism in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Though the stories is just that, stories, they fables. But the actual meanings and morals and is information that been used down through the ages. It didn't start in the Bible. It did, there's other books with that information in it. You see what I'm saying? So yes, it is a lot of, nationalistic strategies that could be, or individual strategies, as far as that matter, could be used for your advancement. Yes, indeed. Yeah, there are robots. There are robots. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the robots, but and I was knowing it, but the robots been slowly creeping in. This shit, they got in a minute, man. You gonna have to, but see, but you know, tap in. You see, you can shut that shit down too. You just gotta stop giving your money over to the motherfuckers. That's just all it is to it. You know, that's just all it is to it. You're gonna have to quit supporting the motherfuckers that not supporting you. That's just all it is. So it don't make no difference. They can have all the robot. Y'all can make that shit for yourself because we ain't buying shit. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't buying shit. Y'all gonna get rid of us, we gonna get rid of you. That's just all it is to it. That's an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That's what that means. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You start cutting off motherfuckers and start using robots. Did y'all hear about that? In 2025, you know what the average car costs in the United States? Do you know for the first time in history that the average to get a car $50,000 fucking dollars? Yeah, well, wait a minute. We gotta be. We ain't gonna be tolerating it. We just gonna get rid of you punks. We gonna yeah. We just gonna get rid of you punks. Yeah, we just getting rid of punks out here. Yeah, 50K, 50 motherfucking K. You better get you a nice motherfucking used car and keep that motherfucker tuned up and keep that motherfucker in work. That's what you better do. 50K, fuck that. Nigga be out here back out here on the motherfucker on a moped. Motherfuckers be out here on a moped and shit. Just you know what I'm saying? I remember back in the day, you used to look over. Y'all don't even remember that. I remember back in the day, man, you would look over in China and all they would be on was mopeds. That's all they would be riding, mopeds. You see, that's all they would ride. You know, now today, you see what I'm saying? There's cars over there, but that's what's gonna happen. Now, you can shut them down. Fuck them. Fuck their ass. Don't buy shit. Don't fuck them. Go get you some used cars and you better get you 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers because it's gonna come a time. Put them motherfuckers on in the garage. You see what I'm saying? Get you some nice cars and put them motherfuckers on in the garage, and that's what you and keep them motherfuckers tuned the fuck up. But anyway, family, to all the family out there today, you know, we looking to see that it's a lot of organizations that's gonna be trying to help people. You better start, you know, trying to network and shit and come up with a crisis plan. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna keep coming at this point. So people's gonna have to start figuring that shit out now. You better get you some seeds. You better learn how, you know, to hit that earth, man, and grow you some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get you some chickens and shit. It's time to go back to how grandmamas, great grandmamas, and great granddaddies did. You know what I'm saying? If you want you some chicken, some eggs and shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's some shit you got to have. You might have to get you a little pen and put you some chickens in that motherfucker and get you some eggs and leave some, let some of the chicks grow up. And you want your chicken and shit, you had to, you know, let them grow up. You had to grow some and then go out there and whack one of them motherfucking fries ass and all the shit. That's how they did. You feel what I'm saying? That's how they did. Had their own chickens, had their own shit, and it's real. I bet you they ate. You ain't see no motherfucker starving. They'll be you know, where they would goddamn jerk the meat and shit and you know, what they call it when they not jerk it, but what they call that shit when you yeah, you can make man, my grandma used to do all that shit, but let me see what they call that shit. Okay, curing, you could cure the meat. Yeah. But anyway, y'all better y'all better start tapping back in. You better start tapping back in. Straight up, make it a part of your life. I'm about to tighten my motherfucking skills up. Yeah. Yeah, smoke it, salt it. Yeah. Yeah, you had to do that shit, and then you can go up there and get you a couple, if you need just some beef or some shit like that. If that's what you want. But the skills is out there. We got to tap back on into them. I'll be back, family. I appreciate y'all. We got that 24/7 live stream on General SETI and Sarasun SETI YouTube. Make sure y'all tap in, man, because I got heavyweights up there. I got fire up there every 24/7. You wake up, maybe you don't want to watch you tap right on in. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck cable and all of that. Tap on in. I guarantee you watch motherfucker. And if you watch that over, I guarantee you just the 24 hour, your ass gonna advance. Let me see what you talking. No, don't nobody know how to do it because these niggas done became urbanized. They ain't like, our family had, you talking about, man, as far as niggas up, and even niggas in the South. Even niggas in the South didn't come, they didn't got tricked out of, the agriculture. Yeah, they didn't got tricked out of the agriculture and shit. They want to be dough boys, They want to be D boys and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So even they don't know how to do it no more. You talking about, and it's literally our generation, our mama's generation. They got out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You go back to Granny though. Granny always had a garden in the back. All that shit was in the back. Great grandmama had a garden, a nice sized garden. You know what I'm saying? I had matter of fact, at one time I got a farmer next door to me. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, he was a professional farmer. He moved from farmland to the city. So he retired. He wasn't gonna farm no more. He had farmed all his life. But he knew that shit. He was a master. You see what I'm saying, man? That man had everything growing next door. You see what every motherfucking thing. I'm like, God damn, how is he growing like this? Man, every fucking thing. All the lettuce, romaine, and he had peppers, had tomatoes, he had all type of beans, and I'm talking about them motherfuckers was big. I say this, he must got some juice on them motherfuckers. Them ain't them regular seeds. Them like them Jack and the Beanstalk seeds. He was dropping down because goddamn, man, and he had them, man. I was just going over every day, man, because it literally was my land. You feel what I'm saying? And he say, man, let me grow something on it, and we let him grow something, and man, he grew up, man. People from all over the goddamn neighborhood was coming to get some. He had to invite motherfuckers to come because it was so much. You see what I'm saying? It was so much, man, that people would, man, I could go out every day. I didn't even, just for that day, I didn't have to store nothing. I would go out there, man, every day and get some shit. You know what I'm saying? And like he had the formula for that shit, man. He had the formula for that shit. I should have, I wasn't thinking at that time, but I should have been. When you got somebody doing it for you, you like, fuck it, I'm going to just go. But I should have been getting the information. No, he wasn't. This is a brother. No, this was a brother. This was a brother. Yeah, there's a lot of farmers out there, and I think it's called what is that area out there? Belleville, Michigan. It's a lot of black people stay out there. Belleville, Michigan. That's where that brother came from. There's a lot of black people out. And man, we talking about Detroit. You see what I'm saying? They say, is it a Cro-Magnon, nigga? It ain't many white people in Detroit. You see what I'm saying? And wherever they at, you could miss their ass and not even know they in. That nigga say, is it Cro-Magnon? No goddamn Cro-Magnon. Detroit, damn near 90% black. Whatever white people you see in Detroit, you would miss their ass. You wouldn't even know they was in there. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, he ain't gonna be Ain't no white man gonna stay where I stay. Oh no, no, he wouldn't. No, they wouldn't stay over there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know that's just what it is. I ain't saying it's bad areas, but it is what it is. You see, you in the Congo. You in the motherfucking Congo, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You in the motherfucking Congo. You ain't about to stay over there. But anyway, family, yeah. You in Uganda over where I'm at, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? All Detroit is that way, but nigga, you know, East Side, nigga, you already know what it is. You feel me? The motherfucker, yeah, the Marines would go over that motherfucker. Donald Trump said the motherfuckers over there, they like, man, fuck you. We ain't going over there. Y'all gonna have to send us somewhere else. But anyway, family, this is General Sabra Soon Seti. I be right black. Y'all get over there to the 24-hour live stream. You feel me? Patreon. Get over there to Patreon. Click that link right at the top of the chat, and I'll be black real soon. Black Pop.